Me and Ghost.
You don't trust me, huh?
You don't trust me, huh? Nah, you know why, nigga. You from Park Hill, from Stapleton, I get it. But we together. That's what it is. Knock niggas out the box. Hey, yo, shout out to all my brothers that was doing bids that went away when my career started. I just want to say one thing to y'all. Everything y'all seen in life and what y'all been through, I spoke on it in the greatest way because we come from that cloth. So always remember, I'ma always give it up. I'ma always give it up, and I love y'all niggas. Some niggas came home, some didn't. I love y'all, man, for real. I talk for us and for the world. Yeah, one of my favorite albums ever. I'm just reading the accolades like fire. Raise a heavy generator. Where the heavy generator at, man? Where the heavy generator? Prison, where you at? Yeah. Don't wet it. Real niggas lick shots. Peace, Connecticut. Connecticut. You know, Peace, incarcerated Scarfaces. Silvano, Wu-Tang forever. You one of the biggest guys that we got on our hustle team, man. I fuck with you, man. You keep woo on your shit. I love it. Godzilla. T Brown and them niggas. Dara. I love you, D. Tony Baker, what up, baby boy? What up, baby boy? Yeah. My niggas same gang, all them niggas. Miami niggas and shit. Flyest niggas. Bros, where you at, nigga? Word up, rich forever in them niggas, man. Woo. What's up with the RZA? He coming? We trying to find the RZA. We trying to find the RZA right now. RZA, we gonna lay for you, baby. We gonna lay for you. But we got some more shit coming up. We got some shit coming up. My act, bank account fat. North Carolina, salute. Salute. Now, yo, what up, yo? What up, yo? G Spin in the building. Salute. One real nigga to another real nigga. Yeah. Yeah. Niggas is just saluting. There we go. There we go. There we go. I think we found that dude. Bro, turn it down. Turn it down right there. Turn it down, babe. Yeah. Waiting for the RZA. Waiting for the Abbott. Yeah.
What up, Chef? Bong bong.
We did it, baby.
Congratulations, Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lord.
Y'all got lucky. I came in right on Scarface playing in the background, right? Me and the RZA connect.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. And you know, when I heard that part, I'm like, yo, we at? We in the connect. Yo, listen, Lord. Listen, man. First of all, I want to say, as a brother that know where we came from, like me and you, we knew each other for a long time, right?
Like this, kid.
You know what I'm saying? We was little picking in niggas, like, but smart niggas. And for me, I got an opportunity to be around a brother that had brothers. You had brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? Right. So me being a single child at that time, I was admiring people who had a big family. Mm. And when we went to school back in the days, I seen that in you, and I was like, yo, you know, you got a lot of family support in you, and I could tell that you felt good about knowing that your brothers and sisters is there. And me, I'm just a single child, like just watching you. But at the end of the day, we became friends, and a lot of people don't know we've been friends for a long time. Like, it's beyond the 25.
Yeah, that was like third grade, right?
25-year bid, yeah. We did a 25-year bid, but it's like on some music shit. But really, I knew you since I was, I think, what, 12 years old, 13?
No, we was in the third grade, PS 57.
Yeah, that's real.
That's crazy.
So in the third grade, how old you got to be in the third grade?
Well, as long as you don't get left back 8 or 9 and shit. So you got something to do with 112 in the third grade back in the hood, right?
Yo, listen, we was notorious for getting in this shit. Nigga. We was those dudes, but
what you sipping on though?
I'm
seeing that fine wine in the back. I can't help but just say something because I need to
You know,
hey, give me something grapes. Over there, baby.
I'm selling grapes now. I'm
selling grapes and shit. I'm gonna get my ribs, get me a drink. I want to salute you and take a toast, man. Because yo, you know, I just want to say out loud to you guys, I'm so proud really of you as an artist. I mean, a lot of people don't understand to be an artist, you know what I mean, it takes more than just the lyrics. It takes dedication, you know what I mean? The time you put in. One thing, you know, if anybody ever asked me, most artists will leave the studio, you know, early. This man, he stays to the wheels fall off. And back in those days, you'll pop up. Like, you'll be, whatever you was doing, it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning and the doorbell, doo-doo. Oh, shit, yo, what up? This dude got some weed. Go down there. That's how we did Scarface. You might have showed up like 1 in the morning. I don't know what you was doing, if you was writing, but you just showed up. I had the track. You was like, yo.
Yeah, that shit was playing.
Just ate that shit up.
That shit was playing downstairs when I was walking down. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? You was like, yo, I just made it. And I just jumped on it and you made Scarface in like what, like 15, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, basically. You know what I mean? And you just aired that shit out. And I think, you know, you're a fast writer. Like a lot of people don't know that Raekwon pen is like Bushido blade. This shit is just comes in fast. But also though, your tenacity of wanting to spend that time in the studio. You know what I mean? That's something that I always admired about you. I mean, and I think out of a lot of the Wu brothers, you know, you probably, very few of us built our own studios. You built your own studio because you love that environment. You know what I mean? Exactly. You was meant to be in that environment. If I was to honestly say from a lot of people I met in my life, I remember telling somebody, I won't overtalk you, but I just remember telling like certain people got voices that when they get on music, it sounds like a record.
Right.
You know what I mean? Certain people, it sounds like a song or a demo, but certain people, when they get on the song, it sounds like a record. You one of those brothers, yo. I put you in that category. I put Biggie in that category. You know what I mean? I put Nas. I put Luther Vandross. You know what I mean? Marvin Gaye. Certain voices, when they get on top of music, it just sounds like a record. It's different than a demo or a tape. You know what I mean? And so salute to you for that, bro.
Thank you, King. Thank you, man. I mean, I just want to say, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there busting up some John Walker and shit. You know about all those fly scotches and shit.
Yeah, I want some gin and tonic.
yeah. But now I'm just saying, like, I want the world to know that I really appreciate the fact that you had a vision with the crew. You know what I'm saying? You had a big vision, and you really believe that we all had something special in us. We all had special powers. And to be honest with you, it's like I don't know where I would have been today if I didn't take that leap with you and say, yo, I'm getting down with what RZA want to do, because I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know where I was going. So you just stopping and creating that thought. Like, what made you just wake up one day and just say, yo, I want to create a crew? What made you do that? What did you have a bad day before that? Or like, what was going on?
Nah, I just think, like, you know, I had a chance to be in the industry, you know, earlier. I think Raekwon may have been my manager when I was, 18? Remember we used to go to Brooklyn and go over to his crib on Parkside Avenue, and then...
I remember that. I remember that. Who was with you? Who was with you?
Yeah, you took that ferry boat ride with me and snuck in the train.
Who was with you, baby? That, what was the sandwich? What was the sandwich?
Pastrami and cheese, baby. I wasn't a vegan then, kid.
Pastrami and yellow cheese with mustard. Heat it up. Yo. But I'm just saying, like, you was on your own wave, and I seen that you had a wave. I'm like, yo, his wave is vicious, and I believe in him, and at the end of the day, he's inspiring me to do something else. So to me, it's like, you seen something in me. What you seen in me, though? Like,
yo, I saw, honestly, and this is no disrespect to the hip-hop world, but I just saw that in you, Meth, Dak, Ghost, the whole team, Jizza, Asan, I just saw like, yo, this is what's missing in hip hop. You know what I mean? The people who lived it. You got to keep in mind, we've been at block parties since we was 8 years old, 9 years old, whether it was punching them out there. We was the kids that came to the block parties, got our ass whipped, snuck out. We on Staten Island, yo. We was driving across to the Red Parrot, to Latin Quarters, all that, 16 years old with rental cars. We those kids, right? So we lived hip hop. And even though our hip hop predecessors were the ones that was making the music and being successful at it, it was a generation like us underneath that was like right there too. The kids in the crowd.
That was watching it. Yeah.
And I felt like when we started writing our songs and making our demos, whether it was Schooling Brothers, Food, or Capadonna, Little Lounging, you know what I mean, Method Man,
Panty about Raider. Some of my first rhymes ever wrote. You talk about the shit that you told me to write. You told me to write those rhymes. But the point, I was freestyling still. I was just.
But the point being made is like, it's, you know, for me having a chance to be in the industry and then know what was right there on Staten Island, I was like, you know, we got to bum rush it. We gotta bum rush it, yo, on some kung fu movie shit. We coming in like the Mongols and the Wu-Tang and all that. And bum, we did it.
Nah, we did it, man. So with this album, the Purple Tape, right? The Cuban Links album, I want you to explain to the fans like how me and you first started talking about me getting the record deal. Like, yo, when them niggas called you and you called me. Then when you called me and said, yo, these niggas want you. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it was a few people reaching for you, but I know that that when Loud was like, because your voice already had permeated, you know, Protect Your Neck, your verse was already rocking heads, you know what I mean? Then once Cream hit, you could forget it. You know what I mean? Once Cream hit, you know what I mean, you was already
foot
in the concrete already. You already left a footprint right there, but then people, you know, we were seeking solo deals. I remember, you know, I think Def Jam, I mean, a few labels wanted you, but Steve was like, yo, I want them. You know what I mean? And then Steve, actually, no disrespect to Steve, because I love Steve, but he had a chance to match other labels for anybody.
Right.
But he came hard for you, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think, I think like, I don't know, like back then, Jizza may had a, you know, $250,000 on the table or whatever. And Steve was like, he kind of held. But for the Raekwon album, he was like, yo, I think he dropped close to a half back in those days. And that's
what I was telling the world.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I have the ticket.
Yeah,
right
so he really wanted you, and he really saw also, he saw it in you as well. You know what I mean? And that was an offer that we couldn't really refuse back then. You know what I mean?
That was decent shit.
It was decent. And yo, this shit, did you double down or triple down on the next one? You know what I mean? So, but the beauty of it in all reality for me, being part of, you know, traveling this journey with you, I would say the beauty was like to, you know, to see when, like, let me just say one thing that people don't know, right? Remember when you came to the crib and you took the Beast and you and Ghost, y'all went to like Barbados or some shit, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that's different than like some rappers will get a beat and go, like Nas said, he'll rent a hotel room for the weekend. Nah, y'all didn't rent no hotel room for the weekend. Y'all got on the plane and went to another country with the beats.
Yo,
and just start writing.
That's because that's how serious it was, Lord. You was on our necks. You was saying, listen, y'all up next. This is important. Right. So automatically, we sitting there saying to ourselves, yeah, we getting ready to be in the limelight, and RZA got all this fly shit for us ready. So we need to go somewhere to get these rhymes together. And definitely you was like, I remember us talking to you, and you was like, yo, y'all niggas should just go shoot the fucking wherever. Go to Bahamas, Jamaica, go to Spain, nigga, Barbados. And I think that's when me and Ghost was like, yo, Barbados. So that was a dope thing. But like you said, I think the whole thing about us wanting to do it was we soulful music lovers and shit. And Marvin Gaye, he went and made the album What's Going On the mountaintop, right?
Right. Over somewhere in Switzerland or some shit, yeah.
Yeah, he was far out somewhere. So that was the thought that me and Ghost felt like, you know what? Maybe that might be what we need to do with this album because it's that important.
And I know one thing, when y'all came back when y'all came back, I think y'all came back with at least 8 joints ready. You know what I mean? I was like,
I tell niggas all the time, everything didn't get made out there. Everything didn't get made out there.
Right. We came back with at least about 8 joints, and that was the fucking meat and potato of the album. I think we got 16 joints on this album, right?
Yeah.
But so y'all basically came back halfway there. You know what I mean? And then from there, that basement, those turkey burgers,
those pizzas and shit.
Those pieces popping through. And whatever we was breathing in, smoking that. I used to smoke a lot back then, you know that. You know what I'm saying? And shit. But
I be telling niggas how RZA don't come outside. I be like, yo, back then that nigga didn't want to go outside. He was making hundreds of beats and shit. Like, what was going through your mind making the type of sounds that you was fucking with? Like, why you wanted your shit to be so different making the Cuban Links album, and what you saw in it that you felt was going to be totally different? Because I remember you said one thing, and I don't know if you remember this. When you finished the album, you looked at me and Ghost, you said, yo, Chef, Ghost, look, I'm going to let y'all know, this chamber right here, you called it a chamber. You said this chamber right here, a lot of people going to get stuck on. Yeah. I need you to elaborate on that.
Well, at the end of the day, you know, and I'm going to elaborate in the RZA way. It's just like, I knew that all the gangsters, all the real niggas are gonna gravitate to this energy right here. Cause y'all niggas is real niggas. And then the music backdrop with fucking Scarface, The Killer, The Godfather, all those vibes, the strings, then you fucking talk about Livonia. I just knew that this shit was gonna fucking be the shit that's gonna gravitate to all the real niggas, no matter what. And sometimes that lasts longer than the party niggas. Sometimes that lasts longer than the girl going niggas. You know what I mean? Right. And you keep in mind, we always, because when we did Dirty, we was like, Dirty gonna have South niggas liking us. Right? When we said that, because Dirty just had that energy that you could fucking
he knew how
take
to
down
flip it
South.
both ways. He knew how to hit. Yeah.
But y'all, I knew that you and Ghost, and also y'all dynamics, right? People don't, the Stapleton, the whole Park Hill, you getting fly and rugged, ruthless niggas mixed in one when you put those two projects together, G. Park Hill niggas walking around with valleys, fly whips and all that. And
listen,
niggas walking around motherfucking ready to just jack anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, niggas is ready with big 4/5 on them. And
exactly. So you put those two energies together, you know what I mean? Along with the Wu Brothers popping in.
You seen? Let me ask you a question real quick. What you seen that me and Ghost, how you felt like we was the ones to connect like that? Because I know what I felt. I want to know what you.
Well, felt. I felt like, I think I tried to explain. It's hard to explain it in words, to be honest with you, but I tried to explain it in art with the Killer movie, right? And the Killer movie, if you remember this, Ray, the Killer movie came out years earlier, and I think Cousin Reek had it first.
Yeah, I think he did, because he was he was slinging tapes and all.
Exactly. He may have passed it to you. You may have came over and passed it to me in my crib one night, and I just kept it in the stash.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. But years later, while we working on Cuban Links, which is almost 5 years later, I'm thinking like, yo, that one nigga was a cop, that one nigga was a killer, right? But they both came together against everything that was there. And to me, those two energies of those two characters, to me, is the best way I could say I saw you and him bringing that together. Like, who's good, who's bad, don't matter.
Right.
But when you put these two together, they're about to fuck everybody up. And that's how I saw it and shit, you know what I mean? Artistically, yo.
Nah, see, it's crazy because, I tell niggas all the time, like, Park Hill and Stapleton never got along. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never been in a situation where we could sit in the room together and really fuck with each other genuinely. So when I knew that Ghost was, he joined the armed forces with us, it was like, I was watching him from the side and I never had no problem with him, but I didn't know that me and him had so much in common lyrically. Because I know that because he used to run with you and Dirty a lot. Yeah. He was with y'all every day. So remember, I had my own personal time with y'all. Because remember, we used to go boosting, do what we do. Niggas go smoke some dust or whatever. Niggas jump on the train. Niggas got 40 ounces.
We did all that shit.
I come from that with you. I come from that side with you, going to the, you know, the movies and shit. Go check out the karate flicks. So I knew that right now that Ghost was somebody special to you. So it's just so crazy how me and him just clicked and never had a problem, but we knew that we was special together for some reason.
Yeah, y'all
started staying in hotels rooms, like me and them doubling up in rooms, and you seen it. I think you already knew.
Yeah. You know, look, I'm a couple of years older, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, all praise is due to Allah. You know, sometimes you get a little insight on things. You know what I mean? You know me, I was always fucking calculating.
Yeah,
even when we go boosting, nigga, I'm still calculating. Like I was always just a calculating kid. But
yeah, we get in the way, we get in the back.
Exactly. But with y'all two energies, with both of y'all energies, though, it was like it complement each other. Like people, like it's different than Batman and Robin and shit, right? It's more like Power Man and Iron Fist, like two guys that got their own comics, and then they make a comic book together. You know what I mean? It was more like that. It's like individually, y'all both are great.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you put them together, yo. It's something that it's like fuck. It's some other shit, yo. And when it happened, you know, it happened. I think it happened first on Cannon B.
Cannon B, yeah, Cannon B
was the
first.
We had Cannon B. We had Cannon B back on Morning Star. Remember, it was just looping over the whole this shit. But once it happened on Cannon B, it was just like, yo, this is the complimentary of the streets for real and of hip hop.
Right.
Because if you think about me and Ghost on Tears, it's okay. You know what I mean? You can think about you know, Ghost and Meth and them killing on Buck 50. That's dope. But when you put Raekwon and Ghost together and y'all talk about the life struggles, y'all talk about the hustle, the streets of how y'all seen it. Y'all make everybody else put their feet there. You the first one African waving their arms in yellow calves, funky, musty as a fuck. It's
waving their arms, the Arabs.
Yeah, it's like you put us in the cab, but you also gave us the smell of this nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Gave us the smell.
You know what I'm saying? Then Ghost is like, yo, on rainy days, he said, on rainy days I count ways to.
I sit back and count.
How to get rich? You don't believe me? Ask my bitch. It's like, yo, G, that's real talk. And when y'all came together with that shit, yo, Cuban Links, and you can, I don't know where you got that title from. I got nothing to do with that title. You came with that. I asked you what that mean. Said,
look,
what that
mean? you know
like,
what it was though, Raw? I looked at it like this. You was the boss, right? You was the boss of the bosses. And you said, yo, I want 9 captains. But each family got its own, each captain got its own family. So they didn't all really get along with each other because everybody walked in a different direction. You was able to put us all in one spot and say, listen, I'm going to give $1 million to each one of y'all. I remember you said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember you said that when we first started. Yo, I'm going to put $1 million in each one of y'all niggas' hands. So my thing is like, I always looked at it like a business play. You know what I'm saying? And yo, you talking to different criminals because we was all criminals. So that's what made the whole Cuban Link vibe be serious to me because it was like, it's that link. You made a link. You made a chain that was so powerful that it could never be broken. Just what we created, nobody can break this bond. So, you know, at that time, all the big hustlers in the hood was wearing what? Cuban links. We're talking about Dusty and them niggas and, you know, Junior and them niggas, you know, all the Lex, all them Black, all these different wild niggas that was really wearing jewelry, they was wearing links. So my thing is, I guess we was just making an album for the real, for them niggas to be able to stand on. And that's why I came in and said, yo, this is why I want to call an album Only Built for Cuban Links. But it really came from a rhyme too. Because you know me and Ghost, when we was out in Miami, we had wrote a lot of different rhymes. And I remember at one point in the rhyme, because we was writing together. We was like side by side, like brothers, like, what you got on your test? Like, yo, so I remember in the mix of it, we said something like, only built for Cuban link niggas who pull stings, sporting big pieces of ice carved in rings. So it was a rhyme at first.
Wow.
And I had went back and say, yo, I like that line. Only built for Cuban link niggas who pull stings, sporting big pieces of ice carved in rings. It's like I kept the only built for Cuban link niggas because I felt like it made super sense because I was around hustlers.
Right.
So it's like
you felt like this was a fucking link, and only people who come around it, they got to be part of this link.
Exactly. It's like you created a group that became that link, bro. You created $1 billion situation, real life. This is the biggest. This is the biggest chain you could ever rock right here. So that's how I felt, and I felt like our bond was unbreakable. At that time, we was 2 years fresh in the game. We was 2 years in, so we was getting our feet wet, buying cars, houses. You know, I was on my jury shit, and I had the
600. You had the 600, right? The 600.
Oh, yeah.
Like right around that time.
That's when I did the bet for the 600, right?
Right.
Tell niggas that story. Tell niggas that story right there.
Yeah, I mean, yo, you said something like, yo, I don't know if you said if I go gold or whatever, you know, I gotta get a 600 gold or platinum. I think I might have been gold because you had it at gold.
Yeah, it was gold.
You went gold. You went gold in like not even a couple of weeks.
Yo, nah, the bet was I bet Steve Rifkin the Benz. I said, yo, listen, I would have to buy him a Benz or he got to buy me a Benz that at the end of the day, in a month, Cuban Links is going to go gold. And he took the bet. He said, yo, if you go gold in fucking a month, I'll buy you a brand new 600. That's when they just came out.
Yeah.
So we went gold. And the nigga bought me a 600 Benz, the silver joint, the new wide body.
We went multi-platinum, but definitely the gold was quick. You know what's so crazy? Because I think back in the days, you know, EPMD was friends of ours, and we seen them. They used to come to the Rock and shit.
They was the big brothers right
there. Yeah, respect Eric in Paris. But they had that shit. We dropped the album Strictly Business, and you thought we was bold. That nigga came in with the Benz. We had the sunroof in your shit. Nigga.
Had the bow watered and all that shit. Yo, that's when the 600s was vicious. That's when they was like.
Yeah, it wasn't no Maybachs yet.
Nah, they ain't make those, but this was the big nigga right here. I used to ride around in Harlem. Playing nothing but Curtis Mayfield and all that shit. You know what I mean? Wow. With the 2-piece, windows down. I call it the 2-piece. Turn it down, all 2-piece, and just come through Harlem fronting. And yeah, man, people crowned us, man. They crowned us as Sultrans when we made this legendary album, and I just wanted to tell you thank you for just seeing my energy.
Well, thank you, Chef. I don't know if my transmission getting bad or not, but I just want to say thank you. Nah. Transmission getting bad or not? You don't know I'm up in the mountains and shit. But yo, thank you, yo, blessings. I think Ghost is going to tune in, or somebody else about to tune in. If you can hear me. Yeah. 1, 2. I'm still there?
Yeah.
Yo, congratulations, salute, 25th anniversary, Cuban Links. Can't wait to see the fucking documentary. I'm proud of you, bro. And keep rocking the world, Chef.
We gonna murder it. Thank you, Lord.
Peace,
salute.
Lord.
Love you, Rob.
Love you too, God. Peace.
Wow. There's some music on. Shit. This is serious. Here go, you know. I got a new way to flip the clocks. Yo, nigga, I got 100 pair of clocks in the room right now, nigga. I can take the camera over there. This is how you freak them. Cream joints. Or you die. It's this shit right here. Boom. But it'd be like blue and cream. You know what I'm saying? Freak niggas. Hey, yo. That's my nigga right there. Oh, my God. That's the Wallaby Chin. You buy navy blue pen. Then you flip them blue and cream. Then you just get this dye right here. Woo! Where my nigga Ghost at, man? Where the amazing one at, man? Block, we buy gun cop. Get paid off. Services. 09 made him. Damn.